Hi guys, Marilu here, blogging for High on Health all the way from Cape Town, South Africa. Now, what I want to show you today is how to do sprouting in your own kitchen, which is why I invited you into my tiny kitchen. Now, the nice thing about sprouting is that you don't need a lot of space. Basically, you need the size of a tray and you can run your whole sprouting operation from there. Okay, so what you will need first is a glass jar, some form of meshy material that water can run through, but where the holes are not too big, and an elastic band. With just those three things and some seeds, you can get your sprouting going. Now, let's look at some of the seeds that I have. I have a little bit of a collection. We have some brown lentils over here, some mung beans over here. Now these are still dry, unsprouted. Here I have fenugreek, which is an amazing spice. It smells divine. And even as a sprout, it's really delicious. Or some green peas. Then I also had, these ones I sprouted already, so I'll show you. Some chickpeas that I just got at a health shop in the area. Okay. Now what you will do, I'm going to take some of the mung beans, just pour some of the beans or the seeds into your jar. Depending on how many people live in your house, if you're like me living on your own, then just enough to cover the bottom is okay. Then you're gonna just run enough water over it to cover it. Always make sure that the water that you use is cold. If the water that you use is lukewarm or hot, then you might damage the seeds and they won't sprout. Okay, so as you can see, just covered with enough water. You're going to put the elastic over, the mesh over, and add the elastic over that. Now it's nice to add it tightly, or to fasten it tightly, because you're going to soak this for about 6 to 8 hours. After the 6 to 8 hours, you're going to pour out the water, like so. And you don't want the seeds to fall out or get stuck on the sides of the jar. Okay. Now, just pretend that this has been soaking for 8 hours now. After that, I have this really nice sprouting kit that I bought in South Africa. And all it is a rack that looks like this. So you can see it's kind of like a tiered rack. And a little tray. So the place that I bought it from is called Kitchen Garden, because that's what you do, is you have a garden in your kitchen. And like so, you will place, it's actually a bit elevated. Okay. You'll place the jar like that, so that the water can drip out from the seeds, so that the seeds can become dry. Okay. Now you can see I have space here for 3 bottles, so you can have a nice variety. You will leave the bottle to just drip out, and just give it a rinse 2 or 3 times a day. Not too many, like you don't want your seeds to be too wet. They need to have time to dry. And then you will see as the seeds sprout, they will generate a lot of heat. So it's absolutely normal to have some steam going on in your bottle, because this germination process really creates a lot of heat as well. Now, after about 2 to 3 days, it depends on the type of sprout that you have. These are chickpeas that I sprouted a while ago. They're actually a bit far gone, but still delicious. So you can see what they look like. They have their nice little tails going. And they're fine for a long time. This one you can even see it started sprouting the leaves, and it's still good to go. Now, what can you do with your sprouts? You can eat them just like this, as a snack instead of chips or chocolate. Really good. You can add them to salads. You can sprinkle them on top of a soup. You can have it as a salad. You can have a nice little sprout mix. Okay, so you saw the chickpeas. With chickpeas, you can make an amazing hummus. Instead of just using soaked chickpeas, use sprout chickpeas. Really good. And over here, I have some cabbage sprouts. So, let me take this off. There you can see, just loosen them a little bit. They're still nice and warm. Just eat them with a dressing. Eat them as is. So healthy, so good for you. I will write an article later about the benefits of sprouting. Why sprout the seeds? But the basic of it is that the sprouting process, it releases a lot of the proteins that aren't normally available. It changes the whole chemical structure of the seed. And it's the freshest thing that you can eat because it's literally still growing as you eat it. Even if you eat your raw fruit and raw vegetables, the moment you pick it from the plant, it stops growing. But with sprouts, it's still growing as you eat it. Amazing. So you get a bunch of nutrients, minerals, vitamins, proteins that aren't normally accessible. I will write you a little nice article about that so that you can see. Yeah, what else is necessary? Get a nice big selection of sprouts so that you always have variety. You can sprout basically any seed. You can sprout broccoli, you can sprout cauliflower, you can sprout radishes, you can sprout soybeans, you can sprout different kinds of chickpeas. I have, these are a different kind of chickpea, brown chickpea, so they're smaller, a little bit sweeter than the other chickpea. So get a really nice selection of seeds, get your glass jars, your mesh, your elastics, water, you're ready to sprout, ready for a better life. And another point is to make sure that your seeds are organic seeds. And it's only through sprouting that I really started to realize the value of organic as opposed to non-organic. Because you know what? Many non-organic seeds won't sprout. Why? Because they're dead inside. Many of the non-organic seeds are either irradiated as they come into the country, or they are treated with chemicals, and it literally kills the seed. And it won't sprout because it's dead. So if you want really fresh, nutritious, living food, get your organic seeds. Just add some water, some light. This little corner over there, that's what I use for my sprouting. So it's not direct sunlight, but it still gets enough light to go through the whole process. Cool, thank you very much. Hope this inspired you to get your sprouts on. And look out for the article about sprouting. Cool. Away and bye-bye.